pussy.
And Casey.
How can I not get a bottle of Smirnoff open?
Welcome to what we think is episode 6 of Liquor and Lawlessness. So we thank those of you who have been with us from the beginning and those of you who are backtracking and finding us now.
You are so lucky because liquor and lawlessness combines our two favorite things. Liquor, cocktails, and fucking morons
Yes,
that commit crimes.
right. And we're not sure we still have to do the disclaimer, but in case you haven't already gathered, the language on this show is not appropriate for little kids, nor is the behavior of our criminals. But if you like drunken debauchery and criminals who do stupid things and think it's funny, then you are in the right place.
Yes. So I'm Casey.
I'm Annette.
And here we go.
Episode 6. Okay, so we start each episode with a cocktail, which may have something to do or nothing to do, probably nothing to do with the crimes committed. We don't even know that the criminals are under the influence of anything. We just hope that they are.
We would like to think they are when they do things this stupid. Yeah.
Because we know we are under the influence.
Yes.
So here's today's drink. Today's drink is called a Dirty Shirley, and I just liked the name of it because it is a Shirley Temple with vodka. So for those of you who didn't grow up in the 70s and 80s, a Shirley Temple is just like Sprite or 7-Up or some version of a lemon lime type soda, or I guess you could do ginger ale, and a splash of grenadine, and that's it. And then some maraschino cherries. So it is...
These are fancy, like you got fancy ones. They're like black maraschino cherries.
Yeah, because they're like, for old fashions and fancier stuff. The stuff I had as a kid, which I used to get in my stocking every year, were those bright red.
Those are nasty. I'm sorry, I don't like those.
I loved them. But this is a diabetic's nightmare. So let's give it a taste.
Yeah, let's try it.
I mean, it's fine, but it's very sweet.
It is. It's good, but I feel like it's like you can't drink those all night long.
Right, unless you have an insulin pump nearby. So,
and of course, the name has ruined. I mean, we of course would take something
wholesome
like a Shirley Temple and turn it into a Dirty Shirley.
Right. I mean, you got to imagine that Shirley Temple did some crazy stuff in her older years, no?
I'm sure she did. I'm sure she'd be honored to have a Dirty Shirley named after her.
She probably drank a lot of dirty Shirleys. Who knows? Did you grow up in the time when restaurants didn't refill pop?
Yeah, they would charge you every time.
Yes. And so I remember as a kid, because I loved pop, like it just being such a big deal to go to a restaurant and be able to have some stupid drink.
Shirley Temple.
A Shirley Temple, or even just a regular Coke. But you could only have one because my parents wouldn't pay for more than one.
Yeah, and you felt like cool because all the adults were drinking.
A lot.
And so you had your Shirley Temple. You fit right in.
You surely did.
You're an asshole.
I know.
Okay. Go for it.
So we also like to begin with a vocabulary lesson, and we use the primary source of Urban Dictionary.
Yes, that is well researched.
You will find that if you are looking for well researched, we are not your people.
Nope.
Okay, so my word is Big Dipper, and this is in honor of one of the stories you did where the girl got into a fight because she didn't get enough dipping sauce at McDonald's drive-thru on New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah, she wanted ranch.
Ranch. Who doesn't want ranch?
Who doesn't want to dip?
Right.
Some ranch.
So here is the definition. One who dips to excess, a libertine of sauces. If a sandwich is being eaten, 4+ mustard varieties must be smeared in overlapping pools on the plate. If a hot dog is ordered at a movie theater, I don't know who does that, but 2 fistfuls of condiment packets are prerequisite. If takeout noodles are eaten at home, the restaurant's condiments must be put to work in tandem with a variety of ancient sauce containers from the refrigerator. Do you save, like carry out?
No, I throw it away.
I do too. God forbid chicken nuggets enter the equation. Can be used for extra value if they are a big spoon in bed, which is a hot link. So if you wanted to go to Urban Dictionary, you could click on that and see what a big spoon is. I have an imagination.
A big spoon in bed?
Yes, I think I know what that is.
Now, how does sauce come into play with that, dipping sauce?
Why are you asking?
I want to go back to that later when we're not doing this. I need to find out. I need to know.
So here's the sentence, because you have to use it in a sentence. That bitch is a big dipper. She asked for so many sausage at the Chick-fil-A, the drive-thru, that they made her buy the bottle.
Did you say she asked for so many sausages at the drive-thru?
No, sausage.
It sounded like it said
I think that goes
sausages.
back to the previous sentence about being a big spoon in bed has something to do with big sausages.
I'm a big dipper when it comes to ranch.
Yeah.
I need ranch with my pizza. I need ranch with chicken nuggets. I mean, like, ranch tastes amazing.
Potato skins, everything.
And it has to, like, I like the restaurant ranch. It's like different than
Some ranch,
in
like
the bottle.
Jet's ranch is really good.
Yeah.
Because I think they make it with fresh buttermilk.
I don't know, but it's delicious.
Yeah, it's got to be thinner too. I like the
Yeah,
thinner
it's
kind.
like kind of watery.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, as opposed to Hidden Valley, which needs to stay hidden.
You don't like Hidden Valley?
No.
Oh.
No,
I don't mind Hidden
it's
Valley.
not like Jet's.
No, it's definitely not Jet's.
Right.
No.
All right, so are we ready to begin with our crazy criminals du jour?
Yep, here we go. So, this goes right in line with talking about food. Because Isabel Lassiter had a beef with a Japanese steakhouse in Tennessee.
Oh, no, she did not.
She sure did. Okay, so have you been to those, like, hibachi grills?
Love
where-
those.
Yeah, they do the volcano, and then they take the, like, the little Kewpie-looking
Mm-hmm.
plastic thing and, like, squirt you, and it looks like he's
Peeing on you?
peeing on you, but it's water. and
Or a
it's
big
like,
dippering on you?
Yeah, it's like a form of entertainment, right?
Mm-hmm. For
Wow.
people who have a sense of humor.
Well, Isabel does not.
Oh.
So, Isabel and her family were at the Wasabi Japanese Steakhouse in Murfreesboro.
Mm.
So, the hibachi chef pulls out the little plastic doll and squirts it
Oh.
at her and hits her in the face. Yeah, I mean, maybe he shouldn't have, like, hit her in the face, but she wasn't happy. And you are not going to believe what happened next.
What?
She accused the chef of a sexual style assault.
Is that even a thing?
She
Sexual
called-
style? Either it's a sexual assault or it's not.
Okay, well, this bitch called the police
Ah.
and said that she was assaulted by the Kewpie doll that squirted water from what it looked like its penis.
But
on
it
her.
doesn't really. Isn't it just a hole in the general vicinity of
Yeah.
where the groin is?
Yeah, but
Okay.
this is a quote from her husband.
Oh, he was there?
He was there.
Was
yeah.
he just
Mhm.
watching? He's one of them. He likes to watch.
He pulled his little shorts down and it had a wanger and he squirted her right in the face.
He's just jealous because he's not allowed to do that.
Oh, yeah, you think so?
Mm-hmm.
But can we, like, who calls the police for that? How would you like to be the operator on the other end of that call?
I wouldn't be able to be the operator on the end of that call because I would assume it was a prank.
Well, it says police haven't filed any charges. And even if they did, it's unlikely they would stick. Because it's not a sexual assault, Isabel. Isabel, you're a fucking dick. It's entertainment at a hibachi restaurant.
Right.
She needs a dick slapped across her face.
Ah.
And then maybe she'll know what a sexual assault
A mollywop?
is. Yeah, she's like pisses me off. Right?
You have a lot of urinary references in your description.
She's got me fired up. So now the restaurant, because of this pansy bitch, has to ask customers before they spray the little pee-pee doll
Oh.
to make sure that they won't be accused of sexual style assault.
Ah.
Yeah. So, and she was mad because it happened in front of her children and grandchildren.
How did those children and grandchildren arrive on this planet? It wasn't mollywopping and other activities with penises.
And she says, it really didn't have a wiener, but you got the point.
No, Isabel, you don't get the point.
So Isabel Lassiter in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, you're a fucking asshole.
Don't you just picture her as one of those church-going ladies with the hair closer to God?
Yeah, like real wound up. I wish I could have been a fly on the wall when the police officer came
Right.
to take that report.
Right?
Yeah. So that's it.
I like it. Okay, so I have a case of dating scams, sort
I
of.
bet there's a lot of those.
I can't even imagine. Have you ever been on a dating app?
No, I've been married since really
before the
young.
internet?
Yeah, so, literally.
Okay, so this starts out as a different crime, and then it sort of morphs into the dating app story. But anyway, so this guy named Wayne Parker, which sounds like a fake dating profile name to me.
Wayne Parker, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Peter Parker.
Yes, but he's from England, so maybe that's a normal name over there. It doesn't sound as fake over there as it sounds over here. But what happened is this guy's 35 years old, and he was found guilty of fraud for 970,000, I'm assuming pounds since it's over there in England, because what he was doing is he had some sort of business with cattle. And I think promised people that he was going to deliver cattle and then didn't deliver cattle. But anyway, it was a giant scam. And he was found guilty and he owed 970,000 pounds. And then he went on the run.
Okay.
The key to being on the run, I'm guessing from all of my Law and Order episodes and everything else I've ever seen on true crime, is that you stay incognito.
Yes, that would be a smart idea.
Yes. Not Mr. Parker.
Okay.
Mr. Parker posts on Match.com.
Oh, he put a profile up?
Yes, because he's also looking for love.
Well, he's wanted.
He's wanted. He thinks he's wanted by everybody. And I can put a picture of him up on
Is
the...
that his picture?
That's his picture, yeah. He did
No,
not...
That's not a, what do you call that, a swipe right? What is it
I
when
don't-
you like
I think
somebody?
it's right.
Swipe right?
Yeah.
Is that like you're hot? I'm into
I think
you?
that I'm interested, and then if he swipes right, or I don't know.
Swipe right,
Yeah.
if I'm using the lingo correctly.
Well, he's not a swipe, whichever way you're supposed to swipe if you want him. Yes.
He's a swipe with some toilet paper
yeah.
in your ass. Is that the-
So he had been found guilty, and he was going to have to return to court for sentencing, and he didn't, shockingly.
But he kept his
But he kept-
Match.com profile.
Yes,
up.
right. And he's a farmer, too. I wonder if it was Match.com. But in
He's
America...
a farmer?
In America, well, he's a fake farmer because he's been arrested
That's
and
true.
convicted of fraud. But in America, we have that farmer.
Don't they have like farmers.com?
Yeah, a farmer
Where
love.
You can get a farmer.
Yes, you can find a farmer directly. Yes. But basically, he is posting on Match.com, and the police don't think it's funny.
Well, jeez.
And basically, his original crime was that he. The thing he was convicted of was failing to dispose of farm animals' remains appropriately, and that he was trying to move large quantities of cattle without the proper process and wasn't keeping adequate records. And since he was found guilty of fraud, I'm guessing that it had something to do with the fact that he maybe didn't even have as many cattle as he said he was going to have. But he was supposed to serve a 12-week jail sentence and an 18-month suspension from doing business. But instead, he went looking for love in all the wrong places. And so I don't have any details about whether or not he has since been found, but I'm guessing because when you're that dumb about staying incognito, somebody's going to set you up and find you.
100%.
Mr. Parker.
What a jackass.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess I'm sticking kind of with the food theme right now. This is a local. Rochester Hills, Michigan.
Oh, I like it.
Mm-hmm. Ramshorn. Do they have Ramshorns anymore? I
Is
feel
the
like
one
I
on
said
Big
just
Beaver?
that one. I don't know.
I don't think it's a Ramshorn
Well,
anymore.
you have to explain Big Beaver now for anybody that
It's
doesn't
it's
live in
a
Michigan.
it's a road. In where I used to live, it was called 16 Mile or Metro Parkway, because that's the other thing we like to do here in the southeastern part of Michigan is name the same road multiple names in various locations of it.
Yes, but if you are traveling on I-75 through the glorious state of Michigan,
Mm-hmm.
you will come upon exit 69.
Nine.
I shit you not, it's exit 69. And the name of the road for exit 69 is Big Beaver Road. Oh, God. Okay, anyways, so police are investigating a violent confrontation that happened at the Ramshorn at 2:45 in the morning. Imagine that. Being at a Ramshorn at 2:45 in the morning.
You know nothing good is happening at a Ramshorn at 2:45 in the morning.
So there was a fight in the Ramshorn. But here is why there was a fight. A drunk man was vomiting in a bucket at the table. You know, like the buckets where they put your like condiments and silverware and...
Oh, gross.
He was vomiting inside of the pail
Oh, God.
at the Ramshorn. And that pissed off a man at another table. It pissed him off so bad that he pulled out a fucking knife and went after the man with his knife. mean, I'd be pretty pissed.
I
too.
would, because
If
that's
I was
gross.
trying to eat and somebody's like throwing up all over the table.
Yeah, it's gross.
I don't know that I would like
Well, I would hope you wouldn't stab them,
pull
but
out a knife and try to stab them, but that's fucking gross.
yeah, like why don't at least go into the bathroom?
Maybe he couldn't make it.
Ew.
But I do think it's fun. I think it's kind of funny. The guy pulled out a knife for that. Anyways, that's my story. They broke up the fight.
Oh. Okay, so I do not personally have a tattoo, but I know that you do.
I do.
And so you designed your own, right?
I did.
All right, so this is a story of a woman who designed her, well, sort of designed her own tattoo, but she had a drawing of a yin and yang symbol, which...
Oh, yeah, those are kind of like way outdated.
Yeah, they're done a lot.
Yeah.
But she has a yin and yang symbol that she wants tattooed on her body. So she goes into a tattoo parlor and hands the artist, because they are artists. It's amazing, the stuff that they can accomplish. But she goes into the tattoo parlor, hands it to the tattoo artist, and tells him that she wants this yin-yang sign that she has drawn on her body, which is great. So he, allegedly does, he does the tattoo, puts the bandages on it. You have to have a bandage on it or whatever.
Like
It takes a little while. This one must have been not clear, because then when she got home, she kind of peeled it back, and she realized instead of a yin-yang, he drew a penis with an F-bomb on it.
Are lying.
I would never lie.
He tattooed a penis
Mm-hmm. Instead of a yin-yang.
with an F-bomb.
Mm-hmm.
It just
Yep.
said fuck. A penis with fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Where was this tattoo at on her?
I don't think it says.
Wait.
But it has to be somewhere where she could easily peel the thing off and look at it, but I guess you could look in a mirror. Yeah, so they find the guy.
That's pretty shitty thing to
Right.
do on
Have you ever
somebody.
watched that show? There used to be a show where they take bad tattoos and redo them so that they
No.
don't look quite so bad.
Okay.
Because,
Yeah.
I do think it's interesting to put, like, the names of a lover on there.
Well, you can't. I wouldn't. I have my tattoo, but I would never put my husband's name anywhere on my body, only because I feel like that's a kiss of death.
Oh, maybe. It's like bad luck.
Yeah, I feel like once people renew their vows
Mm-hmm.
or get a tattoo of each other's names, it ends. Like it's.
I
bad
also
karma.
heard throwing a surprise 50th birthday party for your spouse.
Really?
I've
Never
heard that.
one. Good thing I know, because he's not up on 50 yet. I'll keep that in mind.
Yes. So this happened it says it's an Austrian man, but I don't know if he's in Austria. But the woman who was the victim of it was 21 years old.
So what happened?
She's probably super excited. He, some people might say, well, maybe it was miscommunication, but it wasn't. He knew exactly what he was doing. And when he was asked why he did it, he just said, just because.
He was probably like, a yin-yang is stupid, bitch.
Mhm.
So let me give you something else.
Right. A yin-yang is at least obvious. Everybody has seen it.
Yeah.
I always do wonder, though, about the, Chinese characters. When you're
Mhm.
not
Like, if they
Chinese,
actually
if they
mean-
say what you think that
Yeah.
they say. But this one was quite obviously phallic.
Well.
Uh-huh. So he got a 3-year sentence.
That's like you're destroying somebody's body.
I know. And he was placed, instead of going to a regular jail, which is a shame because you can do tattoos in a regular jail, he was placed in a center for mentally abnormal offenders. I would say that that's true.
Yeah, I would say
That's
very
fair.
Normal.
Fair.
Is there a picture of the
No.
tattoo? I was kind of hoping to get a glimpse.
No, but ask any teenage boy. Because I'm sure it looked that bad. I don't know.
Oh,
He's a
God.
tattoo artist, so maybe he
It
can
had to
draw a
look-
really
I'm sure
good
it
one.
had really nice detail in
I
mine.
hope so. My mind just went somewhere that is inappropriate, so
Okay,
I'm not gonna.
okay.
I'm not gonna let it continue to go there.
Okay, get your mind out of the gutter.
Okay.
Do you have something else, or
I do have another one.
okay?
We've done stories like this before, which always surprises me. How many people will kind of, be in a low security prison,
Mhm.
and then they'll go out and get something and then come back.
Like with contraband.
Yes. So this is a person who was arrested trying to sneak booze and home cooked food back into jail. Yeah. So he.
You might need some booze if you were. In jail.
I would need some booze if I was in jail.
Yeah.
Yes. So this person is in Texas, And it was a federal facility in Beaumont, and they snuck out to get booze, tobacco, snacks, and food and bring back because, prison food isn't that good.
So they were out like on a release for the day or something?
Well, they were, it was just an unsecure back door that they were able to slip out of.
Oh, they snuck out to go get their goods.
Right, and people must have been part of it because they kind of left that contraband for them and said that they were, and they basically snuck out, grabbed it, and snuck right back in.
Well, I mean, they came back.
Yeah. I mean, they were making their own, the way the article talks about it, they said they essentially made up their own in and out privileges at the facility since day one.
Well, I mean, you got to do what you got to do when you're in jail, and I feel like
right.
They came back. It's not like they ran away.
That's true. I just think it's hysterical that it took a long, long time for the prison officials to figure it out, and then they had to sort of lay in wait to catch them in the act, which they did.
And where are they getting homemade meals from?
People are dropping it off for them because there's a duffel bag that was dropped off on an adjacent property, and they run out, they grab it, and then they come back in. And when the guy came back in, he was arrested again, and it was confiscated, and the bag was full of whiskey and brandy and tobacco and snacks, fruit, and home-cooked food. And he probably, I wouldn't be surprised if he was selling it to other inmates.
I mean, probably.
Right. And he was, this guy who they found was already in jail because he was serving a 2-year prison sentence for conspiring to distribute designer drugs. I don't know what designer drugs are. I don't know. Must be really good. Or really ugly, because sometimes designer stuff is really ugly.
That is true.
Fits you only if you're the size of a pinky finger.
Yeah, and you see it on the runway, and you're like, what in the...
Right.
What in the fuck is that?
Right.
Because you would never wear it out.
No, God,
in
no.
real life on the street.
Right. And so he's going to have to do additional time. And he also had marijuana on him at the time, so he was...
Oh, well, the marijuana...
I just don't understand the marijuana...
I can get behind the booze and the food.
Okay, so here's my question about marijuana. It smells.
Yeah.
So isn't that super obvious?
Like do up a joint in the cell and nobody smells it.
Right. Like do different drugs that don't smell. I mean, I understand the need to do drugs and alcohol in jail. I can't imagine how terrible jail would be, but
right.
But marijuana seems like a really obvious catch for people.
Yeah, it seems stupid.
Yes.
All right. Are we at our hero?
We are at our hero.
Okay, so ain't that the shit?
Mm-hmm.
This is where we honor somebody who is amazing and takes care of all these assholes and answers sexual assault calls to the fucking hibachi house. But this is a firefighter, Stefan, Stefon. Am I saying that?
I would say Stefan.
Douglas.
Uh-huh.
He's 33, and he's from New York. He was on his way home from work. I feel like all these first responder stories are when they're off duty.
Well, I feel like they probably save people all the time on duty, so it doesn't become a big story.
Right.
Unless they're doing it above and beyond.
Well, he saw a house on fire, smoke coming out, so he ran towards the house, and somebody was outside saying that there was 2 people in the house. He just happened to have some gear in his car because he had done like a career training.
Oh, fun.
So he put on some gear. And he tried to get in, but it was like way too hot. So he grabbed a garden hose.
Oh.
And pushed his way through the house with a garden hose.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah, and he did pull out a toddler.
Oh.
Unfortunately, he did not pull out the mother, but that's the sad part of the story. But how amazing of him to
save
jump
a toddler.
into action, grab a hose, just happen to have his gear. So we are saluting him, Stefan Douglas. 33. He is a New York firefighter.
Yay.
Yeah.
That's insane, man. It's crazy how fast fires burn in a house.
Quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So thank you for your service.
Yes, thank you. And thank you, good listeners, for sticking with us.
Yes, we hope you enjoyed. We'll see you assholes next time or not. And if you don't come back, oh well, fuck you.
And with that, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Stay hydrated.